Not the biggest of crowds so far, but we're going to go ahead and start the meeting. We do have some folks online.
You might want to pin that camera.
Anybody would like to pull up a chair?
Because it follows the audio, which is coming through the tablet or the laptop or whatever.
Oh, wait. I think I pinned it. Oh,
so the people
hang on.
online will not be able to see your beautiful faces so much. You'll kind of just see a blurry vision here. But I think our audio is working. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead, Tom. 50 seconds.
All right, one sec. Let me just make sure this is good.
You have to have Tony pin it for everybody.
Yeah, here, Tony. Can you pin the second geekiest guy? At least I got rid of the third one.
Geekiest guy.
All right. Thanks everybody for coming. You might as well squeeze in a little bit. We have the table set up a little different, and it was more of a bear to take down than usual. Today we don't have a PA system, so speak up into the mic. It's for our online viewership there. But we'll go ahead and just pass the mic around the room and introduce ourselves. I'm Thomas, Kilo Hotel 6 Golf. I'm a general. I'm the president of the club here. Been filling in for audio-visual club stuff recently. So we have some video going on. I figured hook up the phone and go from that too. But I'm also doing everything through my laptop, which is also going through the phone. So if you watch this later and you can't see anything, it's AT&T's fault, not mine. I tried using the local Wi-Fi to the building, and that was worse. William said, no, it's bad. But yeah, go ahead and pass this around the room. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. In digital reality over there, I'm W86GXC. I'm Sean. Been a ham for a little over 2 years. And I'm on the board as one of the directors. There's two of us. The other one's not around. Anyway, good to see you all. And pass it over to Joe.
Hi, my name is Joe, W86JOE. I'm the secretary of the club, and I'm into all things radio.
Hi there, everybody. My name's Dale, WH6GGM, Volcano Area Tech, and glad to be here.
Hi, this is Alan McBride, KB0 VKF, extra class, GROL, bunch of other acronyms, and happy to be here.
Good afternoon, it's Tom, W86EBS extra class from Volcano.
David, current VP BIARC, and we just had our executive meeting this morning and accomplished a few things that were quite productive. And my call sign is KH6CZ extra class. So good to see you all.
Hello, guys. My name's Rich. I'm an extra, but I'm a new ham. And I'm looking for an Elmer at 71 years old. So I guess I'd be a really old Elmer, but I'm looking for somebody that can do a little guidance for a new ham. Thanks.
I'm Tony, Whiskey Hotel 6 Delta Victor India, general class. I'm the BIARC treasurer on the board. And today we did get a update on two things. We did purchase a stand for the ATAS antenna for the club, and that's coming in from foreign land. So maybe by next club meeting we'll have that. And I think I'll pass it over to Roy.
Okay. Hi, I'm Roy, K86KU up in Mountain View. Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, we're doing the 10-meter test today and do everything radio right there.
Mark, WH6HEO, and just a new general.
That's what I'm saying.
Hi, I'm Hank, KH6HAK, amateur extra, part-time lightning rod, space cadet.
Jim Tater, Extra. A couple of things. We have resistors here. They have wire wound resistors, which are a little hard to find nowadays. So if you're interested in those, and one other thing is coming up November 8th, we are having a Veterans Day parade, and we've been asked to help with some of the radio work on the parade, lining up the people at the staging area so that they leave on time and keep so the parade goes out in an orderly manner without having huge gaps. So anybody who's willing to help, they're going to ask us to be there about 8 o'clock on the morning of the 8th, and it'll be done. The parade will pretty much be out of the place it starts at 10, so everybody will be done by 11. So about 3 hours tops. And if you're going to be with a group on the parade, then we'll put you just somewhere with your group so you can jump on the float and go with them. Okay, thank you.
All right. Other announcements. We're going to do one for the CQ Worldwide event, or is that?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
This is WH6JOE again. Joe, we got the CQ Worldwide event coming up on, I believe it's October 25th from 9 to 5 p.m. right here at the Kamana Senior Center. Everybody's welcome. Be potluck, and we'll also be buying some pizza and stuff. And I hope everyone has a good time. That's it.
All right. For today's, here, I just pop back to the other screen every once in a while. But for today's program, we have the continuation of the 10-meter demonstration that we have set up. Other than that, I mean, I have a couple little things I've been working on, but probably nothing so notable. Finally got the kit computer, which is a rare thing to say these days. A kit computer, Raspberry Pi with an SDR and a couple other things that aren't quite working. Oh, and you know what? I skipped our online viewership. Let's go ahead and let's go through the everybody online here. William, you want to unmute and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm William, NH6ET, amateur extra. And I started operating in I think 1988 or 1989, but then I got out of it and relicensed in 2016. I love all things radio. I deal with radio professionally, not as much as I used to anymore as my focus has expanded a bit, but love it so much that I do it, you know, as my profession and the hobby. I've operated all the way down to 7 kilohertz, and am currently doing some experimentation up into the terahertz areas. So that's all I've got.
Terahertz. Wow. All right. Next up, Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee, WH6LC, amateur extra in Mountain View. And Thomas, I wanted to ask you if you'd mention Grid Madness.
Grid
Back to you.
Madness. Okie doke. Yeah. One more though. Let's do Bob. I see Bob has joined us. Hey, Bob.
Hi there. This is Bob, AH6J, also known as Uncle Bob. Been licensed since 1957, amateur extra. More or less started the club, former section manager. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, here, Tony, you want to talk about Grid Madness?
So Grid Madness is a popular contest that we have in Hawaii. And if you haven't participated in it before, it really is worthwhile. It's a lot of fun. It's a simplex contest, so no repeaters, no infrastructure, radio to radio, held on VHF and UHF. And it's 2 weeks from today. The information about it is at the site gridmadness.blogspot.com. That's gridmadness.blogspot.com. There are a group of frequencies which everybody, I recommend, puts into your radio on both VHF and UHF. And those same frequencies, they're spaced out. Basically, it starts with the calling channels. So 146.520 on VHF and 446.0 on UHF are the calling channels. And then there's other channels that you can switch over to when those calling channels inevitably become busy. So the idea, you go to the website, you download the information packet, and it's not that long, maybe 6-7 pages. It's got the log sheets there. Basically, we're going to be doing a training for anyone that's new to Grid Madness after this meeting. So starting at 4 o'clock, we're going to actually do a demonstration. But the idea is to activate as many grid squares as you can. There are 3 different ways that you can participate in the contest. You can participate as a base station. So that's a fixed location. You could be a mobile station, so radio in your car, or you can participate with an HT unit. So you decide which mode you're going to participate in. So if you were a mobile, a rover, the idea is that you would go to different grid squares. We're using the Maidenhead grid square system. There are links on the gridmadness.blogspot.com website that will take you to various websites where you can look up your grid square, see the grid squares for our island and for the state. But become familiar with the Maidenhead grid squares, know what grid square you're in, and then on the logs, we'll be doing it's a fairly simple exchange. Each participant numbers their messages. So you start with 1 on your first contact and you number your contacts. You exchange grid square information with any station that you can reach via simplex. And you try to activate as many grids as you can, so that the more grids you activate, the more your point score multiplies. It was started by Stan, AH6KO, a number of years ago. It's been very popular. Mel has recently been helping KH6EKD. Right now on this island, Daryl, KH6RDO, and I are kind of coordinating some of the logistics of it. Like he's going to be tallying the points statewide, and he'll be issuing certificates. So there's a club award. Basically, on your entry form, you can write in BIARC if you want to participate as part of BIARC. And basically, the club that gets the most points will win the club award portion of it. And then there's your individual award. So Daryl, KH6RDO, will be tallying all of the log forms that we receive. There's a paper version of the log form. I have some copies here that I'll be handing out later. And there's a electronic spreadsheet version of the log form, which I find easier to use. But we submit those, and whoever has the highest points gets an award, and we'll be generating electronic certificates for the winners, or actually for everyone that participates. Anyone have any questions?
Lee has a question.
Go ahead, Lee.
It's my understanding that at least recently, the thought was that the results, your individual results, have to be entered into the computer. No paper turn-ins. That was what I thought was the status. Is that
I have not
right?
heard that. No, I do not believe that to be the case. I believe we're still accepting paper forms. Question over here.
Paper forms as scans.
Oh, okay.
Paper forms as scans, you gotta email a scan of that before, but score 10 extra points by using the Excel spreadsheet.
That is correct. You do score 10 extra points with the spreadsheet. And yeah, paper forms as scans. Sorry about that. I guess it's my generation. I just couldn't imagine actually handing a piece of paper to anybody. Anyone else?
Question for me?
Yeah.
I'm in Grid Square VK29JK. How far did it go?
So it's all of the state, including coastal waters. In previous years, I've made contacts on Oahu.
Is VK29 the granularity level, or is it a little farther?
There are other grids like BL, and yeah, there are other grids.
No, is like BK 29, but within BK 29.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, you gotta go 6 places. So for example, my BPH is BK 29, you have rodeo. 2 more miles over, you get the next grade. 4 miles over, you get the next grade.
Yeah.
We'll just get it 4, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess I wasn't following your question.
Yeah.
Your question kind of related to how big a grid square is and how far away would you have to be to get into a different grid square. But even if it's the same grid square, you know, that still counts. But you do want to activate more grids to get a point multiplier. Jim, you had a comment? Yep. And there's no operating on the grid. If you're in one spot, you're in that grid. That's the grid that you're putting on your log. You have to actually move to get into another grid if you want to operate that way, if you're not doing a base station mode. And so, you know, you can't operate like on a grid boundary and say you're in both grids, right? You'd actually have to move. Go ahead, Joe.
So if I'm home, right, I'm using an HT, but it's hooked up to my house antenna, would it still be HT or would it be in base?
Yeah, that's HT.
Restrictions on the antenna. Yes.
So you can have a balloon going up in the air 200 feet. And
Yeah,
You can
that's
hook
what
up
I
that,
thought.
but then hook up to a mobile. Because I can hook up an HT to an 11-meter Yagi and how more than 100-watt base on a vertical.
well,
What's the difference?
you know, in the Grid Madness info packet, it's a power limitation. So I believe it was 8 watts or less was the HT class.
I can, high gain Yagi and kill you versus one full-blown mobile rig hook up to a mobile antenna, but I'll be the HT class.
That's allowed, right?
It should be based upon antennas type, not. I just say it's based upon antennas
It's
type, not radio
transceiver
type.
Yeah, it's transceiver type, not antenna. And whether it should be or shouldn't be, to me, that makes a lot of sense to be basing it on the antenna, because then you're like, no?
Like you said, you get an HT to this Dynamic 58. That should be on base.
I got
Yeah.
in the state one time doing this from my knocker. Put a tall antenna out the driveway and I used my HT. And I got that with real estate.
Grid Madness actually just joined us here. I don't know how long they've been on the call, but who's running the Grid Madness?
We have someone who's joined online with the title Grid Madness. Can you speak up?
Need to unmute.
You may need to unmute your mic, Grid Madness. We'd like to hear from you.
They're not muted, whoever it is.
And they might have a mic attached. Oh, and my phone is being weird.
Did you want to clarify that, or either?
No, I'm pulling to the transceiver type, not the antenna type.
Yeah.
I want to try 2 antennas.
So to my knowledge, we've always done it based on antenna type. I'm sorry, transceiver type. Right? Right. It's always been, and to me, that allows someone who's in the HT class to like show how Akamai they are, right? Because otherwise the HT class would suck. You know, I mean, you're not gonna get anybody if you're like Joe out in the boondocks, right? And you can't use a different, you're using a rubber duck, you might get one contact. Maybe. Yeah. So to me, it's justified.
Because honestly, it doesn't matter what transceiver you run at that point. It doesn't matter if you're HT mobile or base, because if you're gonna run through the same antenna, what's the difference?
Power.
I thought you said a power limitation.
The power limitation is on the HT class. So the HT class has a power limitation. That's the difference. So yeah, the HT class, I believe, was 8 watts or less. There's nothing on the base. In the base, you can use whatever you want. So that's kind of a big difference between those two classes. And And we'll get more updates from Daryl. He'll be here at 4 to cover this in a lot more detail. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? All right.
One kind of interesting point that the whole kit computer that I was talking about earlier, well, I haven't really brought it up yet, but it was super hard to get. I would use this, but it keeps cutting in and out. So sorry for the online viewership there. Oh, here we go. This is a Clockwork Pi, and it actually runs, it's the micro console, or U console if you want to spell it out online there. I ordered it last year in September, and it made it all the way here and got sent all the way back to China. The upper antennas, there's an SDR, Wi-Fi connection, LoRaWAN, which is Meshtastic, and GPS antenna. And this whole thing, you know, it was a kit. It took me maybe half an hour to put together. The average person, they say, takes 2 hours, but I think anybody in this group could do it in about 20 minutes as well. Only problem is the SDR does not work at the moment, so they're sending me a new board, and the LoRa portion of it doesn't work, so I can't do Meshtastic with it. I still put my 900 megahertz antenna on there, but it's a Linux-based computer, and it's actually pretty good. You just have to wait a year for it and pay $200 just for the base. You can upgrade it to one of the newer CM5s, the Type 5 Pis, but that would be another $200. So I'm going to go ahead and wait on that and just use it for all of it is and all it can be. What's up, Joe?
You have a chance to have a couple of those.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty much done. I just wanted to show off that weird thing. It's kind of a unicorn, you know?
I would like to talk about member participation for a moment. At certain events like the school science events and so forth, we've had trouble getting people that operates on the air to talk to the students and other people that we're dealing with. It would really, like, Lee's been great. She's been doing it almost every time, but we can't count on her all the time. And, you know, to be honest with you, you should give her a break a little bit. Some other people we need to get on the air and talk to the students, because, you know, if we're there trying to promote the hobby and no one's on the radio, what are we doing here at that point, you know? So that's my 2 cents, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, if we could put out a listserv email, that way the members know that there's going to be some folks at an event, that's going to be perfect. So look for or listen for that. And then if you do hear them at a school, please say something. Get on the air. Turn on your HT or your base station at home and talk to the kids.
You don't have to be there the whole time to talk to the kids. Even if you talk to one kid for 2 minutes, it's helpful.
Yeah.
So I understand everybody's dinner time and it's usually around that time, but come on, take 5 minutes.
I don't know how. I'm always in a bay or in a bad spot when I actually have. Nobody can ever hear me, but I try.
So that's always on the Kulani repeater, right?
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
And so I think we're going to start publicizing that more. We'll send out an email on the BIARC listserv, so make sure you join the BIARC listserv, as well as post on the Facebook page
and Discord,
and mention it on. We'll mention it on the repeater as well.
William, you had something?
Yeah, like we talked about in the executive board meeting, a couple of announcements here. I haven't pinned down the program for next month, but we think it may be a guest speaker. There's a few options we're looking at. But the month after, November, is the semi-annual membership meeting. And with that comes the election, the annual election. We've got 3 board members whose terms are expiring. We don't know yet if we're going to be able to twist their arms into running again. We're going to try, of course, but you know, it's really important that if you want to get involved, being on the board is a great way to do that. There's also committee membership, but keep in mind that is coming up. So if you have somebody that you want to nominate, or if you'd like to self-nominate, reach out to any of the BIARC board members, or you can just email biarc.board@gmail.com, which goes to all the board members, and we're going to be collecting those nominations. And then the month after that is the holiday party. We don't have a volunteer to set up that party yet. So if somebody wants to volunteer to coordinate that party, we'd appreciate it. But start thinking now about what you want for your holiday party plans. So back to you guys.
All right. Let's see. I think that was about it. I mean, we want to move into the 10-meter demonstration there. We can actually go crowd around Roy, make him feel super comfortable. I don't think you need the mic over there, but I'm gonna bring it with me anyway.
Roy doesn't need a microphone, and he doesn't actually even need to be in the online meeting. We can hear him from here.
I got to make a little rig for this so I can hold the mic right in front of my phone or something.
Okay. Go ahead and leave this right. All right. Okay, so 10 meters for the technician class is probably one of the 2 HF bands you can talk voice, I believe. 10 meters and 6 meters. Well, 6 meters considered VHF, I guess. Anyway, 10 meters, the meat and potatoes of the voice portion is between 28,300 and 28,500 is usually where you're going to find majority of the sideband operations. If you go below 28,300, you're going to hit digital and CW operations pretty much the whole time. So we try to stay above that. And right now there's somebody monitoring on 375, but we can't hear him. He just keyed up with 500 watts and couldn't hear him. He can hear us though, but we cannot hear him. I'm running the ATAS on my truck up there, and your truck is a mystic ground tank. So yeah, it tunes up. It's tuned up. The SWR is a Kilo Hotel 6 Kilo uniform, 1.5. So it's tuned up. I hear somebody. That's Jeremy. He's way in the weeds, but we can barely hear him. So there's a few ways you can try and clean that up, as we were messing around with earlier. If you have this radio, I'm sure the ICOMs and the Kenwoods have similar functions. But anyway, the 991, since the club radio, should enough to filter out all this noise you hear this stuff. And what you can do is you go to this screen, you go F button, you find the screen that has notch, contour, DNR, DNF. What you want to do is you want to notch first. You always want to do it this way. It's a lot easier. So if you hit the notch, you notice up here it turns to notch. The multi-use knob now becomes the notch knob, yeah? So the notch filter, it'll notch out the noise. If you notice, by turning it, you can hear the noise change tone. So you want to try and notch out. As you're notching, you can hear them coming a little bit clearer.
Is that notch in the telephone?
It's notching on the frequency that you set it to. So there's a dip. I don't know what the width of the dip is, but there is a dip, and it's something at 1200 right now. So once you get the notch where you want to be, now you can shape the remainder of the sound with contour. Yeah, and contour basically, it's basically to me it's a low pass cutoff filter is what it is. So I may be wrong. Hank's back there. He's the technical one about this stuff. But anyway, if you notice, when you adjust the contour up in frequency, it knocks off all the low end because you're actually bringing the cutoff on the low end frequency. You're raising it up to 400, which there's nothing now. So if you bring it back down, now you start to hear some stuff again. Yes. Yeah. So the notch, you can hear. So once you get the best you can, then you can use the DNR and try and clear that up. Yeah. And then it has it has 15 different settings in here. So it's not levels. Everybody think, oh, you got DNR levels, but it's not. It's a fancy name. Starts with an A. What they call that thing? Anorhythms or whatever it's called. There you go. That stuff. See, I went Hilo High. Somebody's alarm. Hello. Pause for the cause.
The DNR has 15 different algorithms.
Yes. So you find the right one that's gonna work the best.
I assume they name those algorithms, or did they just number?
It's just numbered.
Is there any where you can find information about them?
Not that I know of.
Right here and try-
Probably. So I'm gonna have Jeremy key up again, since he was keying up all this time, and see if we can hear him. Okay, there, I hear him. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is find the right pattern for him. And once you get all that set, then I will go in and turn on my preamps. Because at that point, if you notice, we already filtered out all the noise we could. If you turn on the preamps first, you can hear him talking. Let's see. K87CN, Kilo Hotel 6 Kilo Uniform, Kilo Hotel 6 Kilo Uniform. See, there's too much noise. A QSL on too much noise. Yeah, on our side as well. You're barely coming into the noise level, but we're just doing a demonstration right now. We're live, and you're on the Zoom meeting as well. So we're just trying to demonstrate how the radio reacts with the notch filtering, the contour, and the DNR, and all that good stuff. Go ahead. Yes. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so so you guys probably, most people can't understand what the hell you're saying. And that's the problem when all you listen to is a repeater all day. So when you listen to this kind of stuff all day long, your ears start to filter out all that crap, and you can actually decipher what he's saying. It's kind of like CW and every other thing, yeah? If you don't get on this band enough times, you're going to go, holy crap, it's a bunch of crap. I'm just going to go back to the repeater. But that's the challenge, yeah? So anyway, now if we just did the preamp, like I got it right now, and let's take off all the filters we did, and you're going to hear how horrible it is, okay? So take up the DNR, take up the contour, take off the notch. Hearing nothing long. So the contour, to me, what it seems like it is, it's a low pass cutoff. So it seems like it cuts off all the frequencies of whatever you set it at and below. So like, for example, the contour is 20 hertz. Now you can listen to the tone. Right now you can hear pretty much a full range. When I adjust the contour upwards, you notice the bass frequencies start to get less. See, all the lower frequencies. Yeah. Yeah, see, and you can contour all the way up to, I think, 1 kilohertz. Oh, you can go higher. So you can go crazy high. So you can actually cut off everything. But then if you filter too much, you're not going to hear anybody, because most guys, when they're talking, like my voice is probably centered around the 300 hertz range. And if you contour too high, you're going to knock me out. You're not going to hear it. So it's just a a tool that you can use. I normally don't have to use any of this stuff at my house, but I don't have noise level of S5 just blasting in me because of all this stuff around here. He's still out there talking. We just cannot hear him. I don't know if yeah.
All of that, trying to get used to what nature sounds like. I am into that for an exit.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't answer. I don't answer them. I pretend I don't hear them, like the Japanese. I don't hear them because I cannot understand what they're saying, and I'm Japanese. But yeah, Anyway, so 10 meters on the technician side. You cannot go above 28,500, and you got to stay on sideband, I believe. You cannot do AM, you cannot do FM, which pretty much sucks.
They're allowed to do CW and upper
Yeah.
CW and sideband.
CW though, right?
Technicians can do all this.
Oh, they can do digital. Oh yeah, stick to FT8. So I should have bought my iPad if it's the case. I didn't realize that. I could have. Yeah, we could. Yeah. So there's different modes. You know, if you like, this is a technicians. So the technician is everything from here on up. So USB sideband, most popular CW, and RTTY FT8.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. FT8.
Yeah.
And CW.
Yeah. Now the only difference between technicians and general and extra is I believe the power limitation is you're limited to I think 200 watts on sideband. I mean on 10 meters. Right? I think it is right. 200 watts. So
You're doing a digital mode.
yes.
How do you configure that on the radio? Is it just a digital mode?
Okay,
button or something?
so on the 991, it's basically once you have it set up with the laptop and the radio where the baud rate and everything is all matching, then it's plug and play. The minute you turn on your computers, you turn on the WS-JTX FT8 program, and you click a band, the radio will flip, and you don't have to do anything.
What
to it.
about like the filters, like the Knox filter?
You don't need to use anything. Digital is digital.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. And you can actually get out on digital even if there's nothing on sideband usually. But the problem is digital is hard on the antenna.
Yeah.
So usually with digital, like the ATAS can handle 100 watts sideband, but I wouldn't do more than 30 on digital.
Yeah.
Because it's
Like
gonna
CW,
heat up.
where it's gonna,
Yeah.
it's gonna melt that thing.
So normally, what we're gonna do, and the 991 has a built-in sound card, just like the 7300.
So the antenna actually gets hot.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like a solid dead key of pure raw power.
It's a big inductive load. So any power you throw at it, CW is the worst at on these antennas. So 5 watts is more like 50 to 75 watts, just working range. And then FT8 digital modes, like you said, 30 watt max through out of into our plug antenna, so we don't melt it because it is going to heat up.
See, so the difference between sideband power and digital power, Tony, the reason why it's a third down is because sideband power, when you're transmitting, you're not transmitting the 100 watts continuously. It's going up and down with your voice. Whereas digital is like throwing a 100-watt dead key the whole time. So, eventually it'll cook the, start to heat up the antenna. So we'll see.
Okay.
Go ahead and fire it up and get your thing going. Is it? Do you have it set up already where it's gonna just plug and play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
gotta get a.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you gotta turn it so they can see.
Password in first, and then I'll swing around that.
Yeah.
Just connected by USB, right?
Yep. Just a regular USB cord. Nothing special. So once he gets his WS-JTX program up and running, and he selects 10 meters, this should flip automatically to digital USB mode. It's gonna show.
Don't even have to use the menu functions to put it into digital mode.
Nothing.
No,
it
no,
should
no,
go
no.
right in. Oh, hold on.
No.
No, I turned
No,
off the
just-
box.
No, I'm just showing you that it is reading what the radio is set on.
Like, okay, but I don't think the Vox is gonna work. Let me just check the Vox. So one thing you want to check is the Vox setup on this. See the Vox is off.
No. I'm using ham like
What? No,
grid control. No Vox.
you sure? Okay.
Yes.
I have mine done different. I don't know.
Never use the box side. I almost use the
Yeah, if you don't want to buy extra accessories, you don't have to because the radio has the
No,
capability to do
No,
it.
this stuff is all built into the software.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
Okay, so there we are. There is a,
you might
okay, you need to open up the,
open up the big screen so we can see.
no, you need to set, that thing is set on a narrow.
Yeah.
So you need to open up what it's receiving. It's only looking
So-
at the center of the band.
The 981 in particular has a goofy thing. So first thing is when you go to digital mode, it always goes to 500 hertz for some reason by default. So you need to change the width, and you widen it. Yeah, I do this all the time. And you do that. The DT gain is too low, but I don't know. Is that how you had it set? It's only at 3. That's usually not where I set mine.
Is it 3K?
No, it's the digital gain. That's your mic gain.
The mic gain is
Nobody's
fine.
gonna hear you.
The mic gain is fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, rock on. We might get
Where
contact.
are the signals?
I don't know because I'm not doing nothing. You said don't touch anything. It's there. You just no, you don't. Yeah, I wouldn't change that. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, you have to split. You're not gonna. You're messing up the thing.
Roy.
I make 2,000 contacts at
Explain
FT8.
the
Rock on,
issue.
man.
Explain what you're doing.
I don't know. I do FT8 every day.
What
But
would the lock do?
Okay.
I don't know.
It's decoding.
Yeah. But then
some
when
stuff
you
that's coming in,
the
but
transmit needs to split. And if
no,
you-
it'll split automatically. Don't worry about
go
it.
ahead.
Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about when you say the transmit needs to split?
Well, the transmit usually splits below this frequency by about 50 hertz,
Okay, what's the power set on that?
100.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, that's what it is. That's why I was gonna turn it down.
Yeah. Turn it down to about 30.
That's where I normally
For
put it.
anything, yeah.
There you go. Okay, Jeremy
Okay.
should be on.
June.
Yeah, the
What kind
two.
of SWR we got? Very low.
Good. Yeah,
Very low. Good.
yeah.
Okay,
so FT8, real quick. Let me explain to you guys what. Anybody familiar with FT8? You guys have any idea? Okay, you know, you do it.
I don't know how to do it.
Ah,
I know
okay.
the theory behind it.
Okay. In theory. Yes. So FT8 is like your computer and your radio doing your work for you. I don't know why the older hams shun away from it. I think it's the best thing since ice cream because it's not a matter of cheating. Okay. Your radio and your antenna still have to do all the work. It's just that the computer takes the place of you having to call CQ on the mic. So what the computer does, it'll call CQ for you. And when the station hears you, they'll answer you. And your computer goes into an automatic sequence of reports back and forth. You'll give out a signal report. You'll get a signal report back. And then you guys will confirm in 73 and it'll log in. To me, that is the most bulletproof, way of making sure you get a contact out there.
okay.
There's no rack chewing or anything like that.
Nah, we're not wasting time on that. This is strictly for guys that just want to create, just log in a crap with a contact.
There are newer
Like me.
modes like Vera AC and whatnot.
KSC.
Yeah, see, that's it.
You're just doing text.
Yeah, keyboard.
Oh, you turn up the gain now?
Turn up the data gain.
This is
Yeah,
just an exchange.
it's too low.
Yeah, it's still coming. It's up to the.
I usually set mine at 50,
Yeah.
but it's up to
That's
you
why
guys.
when you see the videos and pictures of people who have the map with, it looks like Missile Command, with all the shots going to Europe or Japan and whatnot. That's
Okay.
FT8
Now I'm gonna show you a thing with FT8. There's a way to set the digital gain up. How you do that is you see the meter, it says
Oh,
SWR.
I got somebody.
So what you need
picked
to
it up.
do,
Somebody
yeah.
answered.
So you see the as soon as this thing is done, hang on. Hold on, it's a Japan contact.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, so as soon as you finish keying up, hold on. Okay, so you see the ALC? What you need to do is when you key up, you're gonna see the meter go up. You gotta adjust the top bar so it stays right there. You see where it's at S9? That's actually ideal. You can actually go a little bit higher. That's why I go digital gain at 50. See? 50 S9. That's where you need to be. Because that's like having maximum digital
output.
yeah, clean. So as you can tell here, you guys zoom into that. So the yellow is us calling out. The red is the Japan station reaching back to us. Now you just let it alone, and it's just gonna
Back and forth on its own.
I don't know what Tom's doing. What are we doing? Are you?
I am
Oh yeah,
working-
he's working this
I'm
guy.
working this Japan guy.
You see the JH7? Okay, so he's giving them a -5 signal report. Now, this is the guy coming back to us.
We're gonna
And-
see what he, we'll
Yeah.
see what kind of signal report I
And
get.
honestly, you don't care what the number is, as long as you get a contact.
Mine is -11.
Yeah. So now that kicks up. Now you can log it. Boom, and it's logged.
Automatic log.
Yeah. See, RR73.
And if you have a logging program, you can
Yeah,
tell
auto-
WSJTX
Yeah.
feed it.
I use the QRZ because it's free and I hate buying stuff. But Jeremy's out there calling, and you didn't get Jeremy. K7CN.
Oh, K7CN. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, let me call you back. It's in a bit of a meeting. Let me call you back. It's in a bit of a meeting. I'm gonna call you back.
Put it down and,
Okay. Try click on Jeremy's call sign. So this, if you want to call out to somebody, you just go to his call sign and double click, and then it'll see that. Now it populated his call sign in here. So now he's gonna.
so next time around when I transmit, it's gonna send something to him.
Yeah. So we're gonna see this now.
Why
He's
not?
gonna.
There you go.
Now while that's doing that, focus over here real quick. You see this guy calling CQ POTA? There's a lot of POTA people on
Parks
FTA.
on the air.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do parks in the air. A lot of them, even when there's no conditions.
Yeah, a lot of the time, that's what Josh had to do from the volcano, was he didn't have any voice because we were in the middle of that solar storm.
Yeah.
He ended up pulling out his computer and using that button, whatever it's called, that
There.
fancy QRP,
He
right?
answered us back.
Yeah.
So the good thing with FTA 10 meters is you can have you can be DXing all day long, and you're not going to wear yourself out. I do this every night while I'm doing paperwork. I'm doing paperwork. My thing is FTAing the whole time. Of course, I FTA a lot more power, but FTA the whole time. But this is within the technician class level.
Yeah.
So technician and even the generals, anybody, they should get on this, because even if you cannot get out to anybody with voice, you can reach out digitally and still make contact. Look, we made a contact in Japan. That's crazy.
Well, I've contacted.
Running 30 watts.
Oh,
Running 30 watts on a compromised mobile antenna out there on my car. Under a roof.
I have one at home on my hex beam.
Oh.
In the previous solar cycle.
What, 5 watts?
I worked in South Africa on 5 watts.
Yeah. You could probably go lower, but the radio's only going on to 5 watts.
Yeah.
You could probably do half a watt to get South Africa.
Yeah.
So if you notice, it's going back and forth. That happens. So what happening with that is he's transmitting back and forth.
He's sending my signal report. I'm sending his signal
Yeah,
report.
he
He's
said-
not moving one.
Yeah. He said we're not responding, but just keep going.
Yeah.
So some.
Oh, there. Okay, that time he came back with
Oh,
73.
you can.
Okay.
There, you can. So what you can do here is, if you select, if you can see this is generate standard messages, so you can go in there, type your own thing in, and transmit. So you could actually, that's how the guys do CQ POTA and everything. And then when you repeat and when you respond, they'll give you their POTA part number. So you can do this thing is, just think of it as short messages. So you could, in these boxes, you could actually send short messages in sequence. It doesn't have to be singles. Yeah. But FT8 is very efficient because it's so narrow that you can be on this frequency. Somebody can be just 10 hertz off and they'll be fine. You won't even interfere with that guy at all. But
the bandwidth to the actual signal is really narrow.
Yeah, so it's very efficient. It's very good. So and then when you get tired and bored, you just call CQ like this. And then somebody will pick it up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Japan station, or probably this VK, or somebody's gonna pick it up. But remember, we're running 30 watts over here. Running 30 watts, but on digital, 30 watts is like 150 watts on sideband. It's just
Well, it's all concentrated in that real narrow bandwidth.
so. This program is free. WSJTX, you can download that. So everybody should have this in their computer by default.
Now, if you have an Android phone, you have to side load it before they side loading. But there's
Oh, somebody's come back in.
Are they?
Oh, FYK, good lord. I got one QSL card from when I was still FYK. That's a long time ago. Nope, nobody came back.
Nobody came back. But I
Anyway,
want to show you the preferences for, for the radio. Tell it to Yaesu 991.
Yep.
But I'm going to use cat control.
Mhm.
Okay. This is the port that it's on. The baud rate that I'm going to use. Push the tone method is cat. And then, yeah.
so usually this right here, data packet is the correct mode. Split operation, I usually put rig, but he has it in none. I guess it doesn't matter on that part. And then the higher the baud rate, the better it is. So the highest baud rate you can get, 38,400 on this particular setup, works great. Yeah. And then leave all the other stuff there by default, the handshakes and everything. Don't mess with that. And then if you want to test it, you can always hit the test cat button, and then it'll turn green. Once it see, and then you can test PTT to make sure that your radio is transmitting, and it'll turn red.
That way you know.
You know it's working great.
You have you get a sanity check built into the system there.
Yeah. So with the FT8, it's a set it once and done. Once you get all the settings in there correctly, don't mess with
You're
it.
done. Now, the other thing that you need to know is that, well, let me close this. View the mode menu. It does a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah. FT8 is the most popular, but you notice what Gary guys always work with Whisper. You can do the Whisper beacon.
Yeah,
And you can do that. FT4 is really popular.
T4 uses a wider bandwidth, but a slower, or I mean, a shorter.
So it's less strenuous on the system.
Yeah.
So like with the FT8, if you notice when it keys up, it's 15 seconds. It's only a dead key, heating up your antenna. With FT4, it's 7.5 seconds. So it's shorter. But you don't get as much contact.
And it also operates on a different phase frequency.
Yeah. But if you notice on FT4, there's hardly anybody there. There's just nobody there.
Yeah, it really depends. You know, time of day and what's going on. Contest time, you find a lot of them.
The frequencies.
Yeah, they're preset. They're by convention.
Now, but the thing is, though, here's the thing. Oh yeah, we're on FT4. Okay, yeah. Jeremy's gonna be at FT4. Stay right there.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he gonna call me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is when there's a special event station, some kind of the expedition, they're gonna be on FT8, but they're not gonna be on the traditional frequency. You gotta open up like Summit DX or something and find them. They're gonna be off somewhere because the regular frequency is so packed, as you can tell, that no way you're gonna get through on them. And you gotta split.
And especially, you see it especially at 20 meters. So 14,074, and then you move up to 14,080, and you know sometimes 14,090. They're going to be down in that area.
So Jeremy's on 28080. He's off.
Oh, he's 808.
Yeah. He's there. I'm there. Okay, that's him. You hear that noise? He's gonna pop up here. There he is. You click on him.
The only thing with FT4 is you got to be really quick when you want to answer somebody.
Yeah, because
7.5 seconds.
Everything is time.
Yeah.
Time.
It's all time. You have, that's the other thing. You got to be seen
Within seconds.
You got to within 1 second.
One other thing too. You see this frequency here? Sometimes that makes a big difference, especially when you're working split.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're working the expedition. You want to get as
There
close.
goes.
There you
Hey,
go.
we got a better signal.
Yeah.
Over here.
You want to get as close to him as possible. You know, if it's crowded, it's best to go on his frequency.
Oh yeah.
But if it's not crowded, no problem. But look, Thomas is logging another contact. Yes, he's got another one in the book for him.
The other thing is what the waterfall.
Oh yeah.
When I'm in a big screen, I don't have enough room to show it all. But
This is FT8 here, and this is FT4.
You see how fast the brakes are?
Yeah. And it's literally half the size.
Yeah.
Hopefully that comes up on the screen here, because that really is a bit of a difference there. The width wise
Yeah,
on the
bandwidth-
waterfall.
Yeah, the bandwidth is much narrower on FT8.
And I can find some test screenshots too. You know.
Okay, so in conclusion, 10 meters. Again, you got single sideband, which is the meat and potatoes at 10 meters. But if you don't know CW, like I don't know CW, but you can still get on FT8, RTTY, all the digital modes in technician class. And you can still make a ton of contacts on a roll with 30 watts of power. So you don't have to even use a big rig for this. You can use a small rig. You can use an old rig. Some rigs might not have sound cards built in. If they don't have sound cards built in, then you can buy or the Signalink. The DigiRig. That's the one I recommend. There's a little one. Okay. So the DigiRig, that works absolutely the best. Yes, it's a plug and play. The Signalink, the problem with that is you gotta adjust the knobs and
buy the right one with right radius.
yeah.
So you also you need the right adjustments on the outside, and you also need the right jacks on the inside. You might have to go break a couple solder points. It's interesting.
And you don't wanna, with the DigiRig, it's just the different cables in the back.
Yeah, literally.
It's the same. It's a little micro, a nano pi, whatever thing,
Yeah.
and it works great. So
We'll see if I can actually reach out to my neighbors later. When I get home, I might reach out to them. If anybody can make contact with me.
let me see if I can pull up this
Some good stuff on 15 also.
this, but they cannot do 15. But
Well,
let me show you something real quick, Thomas, if I could.
okay.
So if you don't have the money to buy $1,000 rig, okay, I'm gonna show you guys something here that'll blow your doors. Okay.
This runs on
No,
on
it's a
Windows, Linux.
okay. So this is Radio Diddy. It's called a QT80.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, zoom in on that.
Yeah.
See the price?
QT80 for $276.29. That paired with a DigiRig.
Okay.
In your set.
China. So QT80 will do all modes: single sideband, AM, FM. It also do CW, and if you get the DigiRig, it'll do digital. Okay. Also, it does 80 watts, and it's marketed as a 10-meter radio. However, I own one. What this thing actually does, it covers all of 10 meters, covers all of 11 meters, covers all of 12 meters, and it'll cover 15 meters. So you get a 4-band radio for under $300 at almost full 100-watt power.
Sure, yeah.
And just to let you know, Thomas, I put that QT80 side by side on 10 meters up against my Yaesu 891.
Yeah.
891 heard nothing. I put the QT80 on, I heard everything clear as day on the same antenna. That Chinese radio on receive outdid my Yaesu, which was $700. And it does the same output. The 891 does 100. This thing did 85. What is 15 watts? And it's under 300 landed. That's Amazon, guys. 276, free shipping to Hawaii. And it's PC programmable with a cable. So you don't have to go in there, unsolder, nothing. You just plug in the cable, open up that chirp program like the Baofangs, and you adjust everything you like in there. All the frequency, the mic gain. Yeah. Correct. So I would QT80, I would recommend that for anybody out there looking for a cheap entry into HF. Yeah.
You talk to your dad.
I know.
It's 3 o'clock. We're gonna go ahead and take a short break here, and then we can actually come back to whatever's left. And yeah, we'll continue on in a bit. the folks online. I'm going to go ahead and leave the mic on in front of my computer over there. So if anybody has any questions for you guys, or if you guys have anything you want to say, go ahead and raise a hand, and yeah, somebody will get to you.
I'd just
Hopefully
like to make one
it's coming
comment.
through.
The band, it's not that the rig there is having a hard time. The band is just really hard to work at the moment for some reason. I'm at home trying it. Jeremy's at home working it, and we're not getting anyone any better than we are you guys.
Okay. Well, I mean, good to know that we're not just cursed down here. There are a lot of fluorescent lights on though, so I don't know. Here, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this plugged in too. That way we're good.
Okay.
So you can forget. I don't want to do where my spots.
Right. So everybody that
But a big part of the practice here is fill out a lot.
So, yeah.
And if you're broken, you really want to have.
So, yeah, I just set it up in front of my kids all day. It goes from there, and on the other side is the SO 239. So I can put my house in there and hook it up to that, and I can talk to my house. That's what
Okay, I'm gonna click out. See you guys later.
makes the biggest difference in the world.
Was that was okay, Bob? Thanks.
Yeah. But you really want to.
Hey, Lee, this is Tony. Can you hear me okay?
You get a national.
Bob was the one that spoke a moment ago.
Designed the next game, like real. No.
I have to do a reverse log.
It's like comments. Comment diamonds are more or less similar. Yeah. Well, you know, like I said. It's an intended.
So when you reverse log, I look through all the contacts and I see the ones that contact with you.
I mean, do what you gotta do.
Then what I do is that I make a log of you based on them.
This was Superman several years ago.
So the reason why I wanted to work on it to get the open office working is because you're only allowing privileged people that can afford to sell to get that bonus 10 points. Sell it cheap.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how it stands.
Yeah.
So, but if you can go inside and check it, you make all copies.
Yeah, it's gonna work. It's just, I got it mostly working. It's quite people seem to be a little bit confused by the fact that they have to put their call signs into the log instead of on the entry form. I was confused. But that's it.
We can make it to that with as much as that. Population.
That is possible. Yeah, that's very easy. So that's what it is. Automatically, right? People can work bringing out the entry form first. Oh, I feel like I there.
But I don't understand the phone. I found out that everything wide
yeah, that makes sense.
So now we gotta make sure that it's fill out the entry form because I had something like 30%. They would do the law of spreadsheet, but the entry form was like.
So, Alan also pointed out, I don't know if it's out, but why are you asking? Why do you have to use his name on it? That's not part of the.
But again, there was a station. So you can pick it up with the a screen that has like, if you remove it, and if you remove it, yeah, that one scanner, you can remove it, so it's not locked in.
So,
and then, but if you do, let me know, because every month, the main lot of
oh, I've seen it.
So that or you can
It just seems like so, yeah, I'm thinking about picking up that. So, there was a whole bunch of stuff that I explored. I took out to check and a lot of and I noticed that his not perfect, you know, that's what made that wonderful and then I was thinking, well, you really need to have that. You had an aeronautical like what value does it give us to have validation?
Because I think that's what he uses to
Right. And so that was a little bit tricky because when you're in the same where then you got zero. And
Your best bet, start off with something like these. Mine's in a case right now, but it's the
so, you know, I was thinking, well,
what I want is the channel telling me that.
So if you do a certain analysis, I want the T-1000 island, state and all that. I was telling them, how do I put it on the bank? Kind of how we do it. When we type that in, these will come up. These are the easiest.
So tell me about like how you
the one button in the middle there. You're gonna want to keep it though, otherwise every time you'll hear somebody on.
So when I do it,
send a message, you'll get that. It'll sound like another Cisco. Yeah.
And then I have,
Yeah, the secret, like, I'm gonna say the easiest. That's gonna be a button. Those are the and those are from Lily. You can get those on the case. You don't need to take the problem channels. You can listen at the, I would say, the regular ham chat. And then have your thing set up in it and just have it private.
What I do is,
I would say,
increase my size. Go to the law. I start
encryption, otherwise, yeah, you put your call sign on it. It's gonna say like, hey, you can't use encryption, but you'll get more power out of it. But only some units will actually let you have that full power. So
probably
it's not
see
worth it though.
a lot of guys call sign.
Pretty cool.
And game going.
Sometimes we have a service.
And on the next one,
Well, I know regular, you're gonna be carrying
invalid, I, a couple of other invalid,
it's basically a mesh.
I understand, like, so these guys,
I'm not 100% sure about
these
that.
guys have been
But it's also a battery, so you can charge your phone.
look at previous contacts on each guy. And look at
And you use your phone as the keyboard and screen.
one guy comes in on
Anyway, so.
Previous contact should be made. Previous contact,
I'm an HPP.
will be off. Like maybe even off like several days. Well, this contact will be.
Regularly get that, because I have to one on your, one on the.
Either that or I'm considering being a person with decent size like that. I'm
You only get one off. You only can answer one question. But that's a
Yeah, it
standard.
took him nagging everybody for a while to get everybody to look at it again, and then when things popped up in like soft race.
So basically then.
Oh yeah, no, it's shocking. I mean, you gotta think though, they have ways to break.
No, you said this out. Contact is not but read. That no drive is definitely out. What's in the time?
They can do it and.
It's this way too. These, since they're self-sustained, you don't have to edit or name it that.
Russ Justin's son. Yeah.
Your name's attached to that too. So then it's probably just making it easier.
Only one point.
We figure out how much. And then, they want to know contact. Yeah, like this. Arrows. What I don't know, they come top of then I go inside. And then on the entry wall, our hands on the stuff, it's already kind of on a sheet. So I get one clean, better if we get one follow to go. So if there's no arrow, the clean the extra one. But if you get an arrow, then and then next to it, I have a comment. So if in case there's any questions, everything's there.
So let's talk about this. You got a club award, is that his first place or first, second, third?
Well, probably something like that.
And then you've got, by island. Because I don't even want to see who was the best on.
Yeah.
This side under that.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to get, three categories. Actually, four categories. Base, the CW had another day, so we don't have a full ball. And then,
overall best score by island. And everybody only gets one certificate, right? The people that don't win, like overall, yeah. It's different templates slightly.
The wording will be different. So that for there, they got a figure out. They kind of gone to another. So either that or you want to go and change the wording. Doesn't matter. The certificates are already made, just that you got to go inside.
Yeah, I got it. I was planning on using mail marks, right? Yeah. So things have changed. We're gonna have to
Yeah. So basically, it's going to be like overall. So you're gonna get overall. So overall would be, so you're gonna get category. So category would be overall and by islands. So overall, by about 1 hour. There'll be the There'll be no fire. No fire academy. The class will be based on. Yeah, the next question is gonna be. I don't know what's the one on two.
Until you know, don't count it up here on a.
Oh, yeah. You guys notice, William has his,
That's not an ATAS 120 output. ATAS is a AS antenna. It's made for the AS readers, plug and play.
Yeah.
It's plug and play with the AS readers. Yeah. So if you have a AS, you have a AS, you have this one? Perfect. So all you gotta do is go to menu settings and under tuner, we'll have four options. You'll have option, internal, external, ATAS. Set it to ATAS. Set to ATAS, and what that will do, it'll send power to the coax. And that's what the antenna. So the antenna doesn't need an external 12-volt monitor. Everything is part of it to the coax. The antenna up and down. And ATAS stands for automatic tuning antenna. And 120 is the power limit, 120 watts. Side band. So, yeah, we're at 100 watts. No, we're transmitting 100 watts. I never changed
Well, you can go to like list, but you have to have radios and everything to make it work better.
Yeah, I mean, it should say the frequency basic antenna, but if you want these other frequencies to work.
Oh, no, you're perfect.
You need to buy it, and they don't say.
I thought I was going crazy.
And plus, it's hard to even find the blast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
No,
we
it's by
adjusted
the
the
part,
digital
it's by the
gain
part or
with the ALC
and it's
format.
something stupid.
And you
If
wanna
they
make sure you
called
go
the
past
peacock
that.
tuning or something, that would make sense. You know?
Yes.
It actually would
gotta
be good.
go find out the accessory.
Yeah, DT gate is important. That's the one that you overmod. They can't decode your signal.
William has his,
We're doing good, we got a +5.
William has his contacts in there.
I'm giving him a see.
William has his contacts up on the screen there too, so you
Actually,
can
no,
see.
they're not my contacts. That is the PSK reporter for,
Yeah, it's literally that.
FT8. So you'll see
Oh, yeah.
here that, on that ATAS antenna, we're making it to Australia at neg3. We're making it, down to Texas or Mexico, neg6. And Japan here, yeah, all the way out to Japan at neg1. So we're getting out there. It's just the band's not participating.
Does it see us on there overall?
William, did you see us on there by chance?
No, that is you.
Oh no, this is us right here.
Oh, it is us.
That's everything sent and received by EBS for the last hour.
Oh, crazy. 30 watts. I'm going to be kind of seeing my truck. Kind of go wrong, right? So, all right.
All right, thanks, William. Thank you.
So I don't know if you want to do
Oh, I don't do that. Now, when I do FP on my truck, on a Tar Heel, oh man, I'm doing 500 watts on FP8.
Oh wow!
But that Tar Heel can handle some
Yeah,
power.
handle it, yeah.
The Tar Heel is the base antenna on wheels.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry. I'm not limited to the ATAS.
I've been debating what kind of antenna I want to put on my floor.
I mean,
I got my VHF, UHF on there.
Honestly, for me, I would stick with the ATAS. It's just the best. To me, it's the best. If you're not gonna run an M, Stick with the ATAS.
Yeah.
Let's plug and play. ATAS 891.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And I think the two of that combined with the mount, and the antenna and the 891 combined is under $1,000, and you get a complete plug and play mobile setup, and you're good to go. And you don't have to worry. That ATAS will cover everything from 40 on up. Like I say, you're not gonna do 80 meters on the mobile. Unless you're stupid like me and want to hit 80 meters. But I do. I talk to the guys in the mainland 80 meters. But you know, it's crazy. My antenna, the Tardio, when I threw a thing on 80 meters, that antenna is 13 feet tall. It extends like tall as hell. I gotta be stationary. I cannot be driving.
Yeah, you can't be driving around with that.
But anyway, in my truck, I have a crap load of lithium batteries, and I have the modified 500 watt amplifier. It used to be a 300 watt amplifier from the factory, the RM Italy 300. But if you contact the company in Italy directly, while they build the antenna, they'll change out the transistors with the bigger ones. So it's called a Boudreaux edition, and this guy Boudreaux does it. And what he does, he takes the RM Italy 300, which comes with 460 watt transistors, and he'll change those out, and he'll put 420 watt transistors inside. So you got a 500 watt amplifier. So that's what I got in there, and it's got auto band switching. So you put it on auto, and away you go. It'll detect what band you're on. It'll select the band filter, and you go. You can manually do it, but screw it, put it on auto. Let it do it. Yeah, I have it in the truck. Anybody see it? It's in there. You wanna show and tell the thing? You wanna go look at it? Like that.
I don't know if I'll reach out there.
Well, first, crap load of lithiums and amps and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's completely safe. Hazardous. It might blow up, but hey. So, here's my amp.
Oh yeah.
So that's a special custom built 500 watt amplifier. It used to be a 300 watt amplifier, but it's now a 500 watt amplifier. And it's got 3 fans built in on the top. You turn this thing on, fans kick on. When you transmit, the fans kick in higher gear, it goes higher. You got an auto band switch here, leave it on auto. It's got a power output meter. It's got an attenuator. So if you got a radio that cannot cut the power below 50 watts, you hit the attenuator switch on, it'll cut the power input in half. Mine 7100 can do 35. I can cut it on 35 watts, which is the maximum you need for this. And then you got another switch for sideband or FM. Yeah. So that's it. That's the built-in. That's the 500 watt amplifier right there.
Nice.
Yeah. It worked. That's about $1,000. Yeah. Yeah. No, nobody can ride my truck. I don't want to have whatever here you have that fall off.
That's why.
Yes, that's why I should come here. Yeah, I gotta put the nuclear sign on my truck. The radiation sign. Right. Well, I gotta peel out of here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm close. But, oh, by the way, again, for the technician class, 6 meters is accessible, even in digital mode. So you can do FT8 6 meters, FM, sideband, AM. 6 meters is a great band because the normal 6 meter antenna to build is about 5.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
A tiny antenna.
Yeah, I've seen the other Bobs.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
There's an antenna that we built a couple years ago, Gemini, called a folded skeleton key antenna made out of ladder line. Perfect for technician class hands because this antenna is built to cover 10 and 6 meters. And it's basically free to build.
Yeah.
Or you just strap this ladder line. And it worked phenomenal. Jim worked a lot of DX with that antenna, so did I. It's a good antenna. We should review that antenna. Actually. Yeah. We should do the antenna build on that. So that thing was a good idea. You know what's really cool about that? You know the 6 meter element of that antenna is that it is connected to the coax. It's just electrically coupling
Yeah, coupled.
from the 10-meter side to the 6-meter side, and it works phenomenal. And it tunes up absolutely great.
That would be a great,
Club
activity.
Yeah, and it's real easy. All you need is about 15 feet of ladder line. You know, a 450 ohm ladder line.
Yeah.
And we can construct the antenna. And it's like it's super simple. I mean, it's crazy. When you see how simple it is, and you can roll this thing up, pack it away, and if you have that line with the QT80, you can just go mobile and just pop up anywhere and just suddenly get some contact. Well, let's see, 450 ohm ladder line, 3,000 watts. So I don't think you have to worry about that. Legal limit, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not going to heat up like the coil in the ATAS. Oh,
And it didn't do anything.
yeah.
Not even heat up at all. I mean, it's just white. I mean, I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go give it a hug.
Probably got some high voltage going through it. But, you know, I didn't see it not the outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
But good demonstration, guys.
Yeah.
I hope this got all, you know, and if anything, hit this guy up.
Yeah. No, good.
Okay, we're good. Okay, let's shut down. Yeah. The rest of the stuff.
All right. Let's see. I do believe the rest of the time here is going to be. Oh, I cut out, but you can still hear me. Oh, never mind. There we go. Rest of the time is going to be dedicated towards just discussions between each other.